So I just read this latest chapter of One Piece this week, and oh my god. Oh my freaking god. All I have to say is those last 5 pages of the chapter were just... Ah! I don't even know how to explain it. Freaking Zoro, man. Freaking Zoro. Since the time skip, we've pretty much never seen Zoro at his limits. Zoro has been untouchable, absolutely untouchable since the time skip. And here he comes, finally in this arc, gets another shining moment, and it remains the same. We still don't know the limits of his powers. He came out in this chapter, those last 5 pages, and he absolutely destroyed Pika. I mean, owned the hell out of him. Zoro, one thing I absolutely loved, because obviously I'm talking about the Zoro Pika fight, which they finally continued in this chapter. He used his 3 sword styles. We've been seeing a lot of 1 sword style lately, or 2 sword styles, but he used all 3 swords, and he freaking sliced Pika in half. That huge stone statue, just sliced it in half. And then he goes on to make fun of Pika in just such an epic fashion. Oh my lord, like, ah, I don't even know how to put it into words. He he basically destroyed Pika, because what happened is, okay, you had Zoro was confronting Pika, and then you had like a little side scene where it showed Robin and Bartholomew and the Tuntadas. Remember when they were flying down with the Tuntadas and the airship, not airship, whatever. The Tuntadas, they were flying on the Tuntadas. That whole weird thing going on. So they were flying down, and they encountered Pika and Zoro in the middle of the fight. And Zoro just, Pika saw that the Robin up there with Bartholomew, and Pika was going with this, was going to slam his hand against him to try to bring him down, and Zoro's like, "Oh hell no, you don't!" Zoro sliced him in half. 1080 cannon, 1080-pound cannon, freaking 1080-pound cannon, destroyed him, absolutely destroyed him, and then goes on to add salt to the wounds and basically says, "Silly you for thinking you even had a chance of fighting my captain. You're ridiculous." And then he said, he basically stated, he brought up the whole thing that, you know, Luffy is wanted here, and Usopp. You feel like one thing you got to learn is you don't have to just worry about people like Luffy and Usopp. Don't forget about me. And then destroyed him, and then after that he's like, "You were never on my level." He threw that right out there. He said, "You thought you had a chance? You were never even on my level. Not even close to my level." It just, I'm just happy because, yes, it wasn't the greatest fight. It wasn't the greatest fight ever. It wasn't a whole episode fight or epic or anything like that. But the moment, One Piece is about moments. That moment was just like, how strong is Zoro, man? Forget about Luffy. Forget about Usopp. Don't forget about me. You have to worry about Usopp, Luffy, and me. You were never on my level. Anyways, with the rest of the chapter, because that was obviously the moment, the whole moment of the chapter, the best damn part of the whole thing, the ending. We did finally find Kanjuro. Remember Kanjuro? That guy from the beginning of the arc that Kinemon was looking for? Yeah, remember him? Yeah, we finally found him, and his character design is ridiculous. It reminds me a little bit of Bon Clave's character design, if you remember Bon Clave. A little bit Bon Clave with like a mix of Ivankov. So he has kind of like a girlish look to him. Really weird looking. But one thing I am going to mention quickly about the whole Kanjuro and Kinemon thing is we are learning we actually get, if you pay very close attention, you actually learn quite a bit about the Wano Kingdom way before we even get to that arc, if they decide to make it an arc, or the Wano Kingdom country. Think about this. They've mentioned now, they've hinted at starvation with Kinemon and Kanjuro now, both like praising food. So what does that say? They're both from the Wano Kingdom, and they're praising food like there's a hunger problem in the Wano Kingdom. So look out for that. I guarantee you that one of the main themes in Wano Kingdom, when they get to that place, is going to be lack of food. For some reason, they're not getting food into their kingdom. So you just watch. But anyways, with Kanjuro, one thing that was really cool, I thought, when he finally encountered this character, was his devil fruit. He can actually draw on a wall or anywhere. You can draw anything that appears to be on a wall, and then he can turn it real. So the gag was that he's terrible artist, so he had a really bad drawing of a bird, but he turned it real, and then it flew off. So it's just a really cool devil fruit. There's so many uses for that devil fruit I could think of, in like a combat manner. I just feel like the problem is they kind of gave it to the wrong person. Like, I would love to see an antagonist, a villain, like a strong villain, have this devil fruit. I'm not so sure about a character like Kanjuro having the devil fruit. It's kind of like, meh. You know what I mean? Like, why would they waste such an awesome devil fruit on a character like Kanjuro, who honestly I don't see being super relevant to the story? So it is what it is. And then the rest of the chapter, which was the middle of it, was more of the same crap we've been getting the last couple weeks, which is just Luffy, Law, and everyone else heading towards Flamingo, and Luffy. One little funny gag scene or comedy scene in it, which is like, I'm gonna kill Flamingo. No, I'm gonna kill. No, I've just stupid shit. But there was like a little funny gag moment there. But for the most part, more of the same. Just heading towards Flamingo. Seems like they'll never reach him. So not even really worth discussing. But freaking Zoro, obviously the best part of the chapter, made the whole chapter. You are not even on my level, Pika. You are not even my level. So who is on Zoro's level? We'll find out later on in One Piece, I'm sure. Doesn't mean that Zoro is complete. I mean, it doesn't mean that Pika is officially dead. For all we know, how characters never seem to die. So maybe the Zoro-Pika fight will continue. But it just seems like it was just utter destruction there. I mean, I'm not, I absolutely love Zoro as a character. I have other characters in One Piece like Sanji I like more than Zoro. But I'm not like a Sanji fanboy or a Zoro fanboy specifically. But still, there's no denying. There's no denying Zoro is at worst the second strongest member of the Straw Hats, and I think he is the second strongest member. I still think Luffy is slightly stronger, but goddamn, he took out Pika like cake. He said it was just a matter of figuring out Pika, and he figured him out, and just 1080 canon. That's it for this week's chapter of One Piece. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Stay tuned for my anime, the next anime episode of One Piece, and based on the cliffhanger, my next anime episode review of One Piece, and based on the cliffhanger they left us off on, I'm probably going to do a live reaction to that. I don't know how I'm going to do it yet, but I want to because it seems like it's going to be a good episode. So stay tuned for that this weekend. So that's it for this chapter. Let me know what you guys thought of the Zoro, Pika, and the chapter as a whole. Leave your comments down below. Subscribe. Like the video. And I will see you guys later. Oh, man. What a chapter. What a freaking chapter.